Silence, phone silence.
Namaskar and very warm welcome to each one of you, whoever has logged in already. Uh, I'd say good evening, good morning, depending on whichever part of globe we are logging in from. I am so totally honored to be personally wishing our very beloved and respected dearest Hansaji a very, very happy birthday. Thank you so much for taking out some time to be with all your followers for this live session. We are so, so, so grateful to you. Thank you so much. Friends, as we all know, over the last few months, things have been so very difficult all over the world. And everybody is complaining about, oh, we can't do this and that cannot be done. And only the long list of have nots, cannots. But yoga teaches us how to appreciate whatever good we can still see. Adaptability, flexibility, moving on to a new approach, adjusting with whatever the situation is. These are the lessons we have learned from Hansaji and Dr. Jaydev, all of us. I am Divya Nathani, one of the students at the Yoga Institute, and I have also learned all these principles and I'm trying to apply them in my own lives. Now, uh, as I was talking about adaptability and flexibility, I think we should take this moment to thank technology that despite all these problems, we are able to see Hansaji live for this session. And we are all going to be so, so lucky to be hearing her speak and share her wisdom on this auspicious day of Hansaji's own birthday this evening or morning, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining us. Uh, Dr. Hansaji Jaidev Yogendra is a name which needs absolutely no introduction. The director of the almost 102-year-old, the Yoga Institute, the first institute ever that started teaching in an organized way all the yogic principles and techniques. So far, in all these years, I think the Institute must have created more than a lakh teachers, way more than, yes. And we are all trying to take this message to various parts of the world in whatever little capacity that we can. It's so nice to always see you in this happy, healthy presence. People always, a long list of people have told me to wish you, convey their wishes to you as and when I meet you. And so many people are joining us live here. Uh, the first thing that everybody thinks of or perceives when they see you is how
Means what? First of all, body has to be fit, very flexible. Body should have um, adaptability, adjusting capacity. In extreme situations, also body should sustain its capacity and strength. This is the sign of health. In yoga, they say that your spine should be flexible and your abdomen should be soft and in. So these areas have to be taken care of. And so yoga techniques are there to remain healthy. We are supposed to do something, some asanas, some pranayam, some meditation. So these things are very much important. It should be part of your life. And when it comes to other part, mind, the whole yoga is talking about mastering the mind, having full control over your mind, and that we have to practice daily. I ask people, Divya, that what do you want in your life? So they say, well, we want happiness, we want peace, and we want freedom. So, very fine. Happiness, peace, and freedom. How would you get? You can get only by giving. Then only. Now you give happiness and you will definitely be happy. This is what I'm trying to do whole day here. That people come with their problem, but I tell them how the problems could be handled. They are happy and naturally things are better. So you give happiness and you get happiness. Then peace. Allow people to do what they want to do, accept them as they are. Then peace will come. Unnecessary thinking, unnecessary talking could be avoided always. Why do that? As if we are running the world? No, something else. And so that, and freedom, of course, give freedom to others and you will be free. So automatically you become happy, healthy, cheerful, enthusiastic. And that's what I always want people to have.
Absolutely. I think each of these words that you just used, uh, in our lives, this is how we see you. This you are true impersonification of happiness, being healthy, being enthusiastic. So much of enthusiasm we have all felt in her presence, and it's absolutely infectious. We all become so happy and enthusiastic as soon as we meet you. It's as if no problems occur, no problems exist in this life at all. Over the years, you have transformed, the Institute has transformed. There is absolutely no count, uncountable number of
Innumerable
lives,
lives.
innumerable lives, absolutely. And we feel so honored to be in such close contact with you. We have a huge list of people who are wishing you happy birthday live. I'll just try and quickly read out names. We have Nirja Dhakar, we have Manjula Nathani, Veena Mehta, Panna Desai, Preet Kamal, Shashank Ranjit, Rekha Jaital Purkar. Oh, the list is just going on and on. So many people going on wishing you a very, very happy birthday. Uh, you will obviously
Give
see
them
that.
my love, give them my joy, give them my
Yes,
energy,
you
and
could do
let them
that, right?
remain
Yes, absolutely.
happy. Yes.
Absolutely. We
Yes.
also welcome questions from you all. If you want to ask anything, the birthday girl, if you want to ask her any special tips about whatever is bothering you, we are in the program. Ask me anything. Me as in Ma, of course. Yeah. So we'll try and take your questions as well. Talking about birthdays, let's go back the memory lane. Let's go down the memory lane. Can we hear some interesting stories, if you can remember, from your early days, your first memories of celebrating a birthday?
Well, before marriage, during childhood and parents' place, the simple birthday would be that we would go to temple that day. Otherwise, whole year we don't go to temple. But on birthday, we go to temple and just bow. I'm coming from a Jain family, so we go to Digambar Jain Mandir and just visit. And then I see read certain statements on in mandirs, and I see it's yoga, nothing else, because you are nothing else but your consciousness and your body and all that has to be managed as it is. But and then in the house, my mother makes some nice sweet dish, and that's the birthday. Nothing else.
The
Nothing
lovely,
else.
amazing Nani making some lovely sweets. Oh, we are also fortunate.
Mother being a very good cook, we demand, tell, come on, ye banao, wo banao. Rabdi, very famous in of my mother. Rasgulla nahi, no, gulab jamu. I don't remember now the names. Yeah, varieties of shiras, halwas, all these things. Rasmalai is she would have. and so on. So such things would be there in the house and all other varieties. So that was our birthday. But after my marriage, when I came here, now it is 50 years old backstory. So here, then in the institute, the celebrations were there. When I came, founder's birthday was celebrated, mother's birthday was celebrated. So these two birthdays. So when I joined, mother was around 60 years. So her 60th birthday was celebrated.
I have
All
such
the
fond
students.
memories of your 60th birthday celebration.
Yeah, you remember that. So at that time, students were less. We had a small hall there. Then big building was not there. Big building came only after I came. Then we started the foundation and then we started constructing. And then my television program came. So we got some money. And with that, we had made the first floor. And so this is how slowly we picked up the institute. We had a small hall. So students, some 20, 25 students would be there, and then they come and they speak something good. Somebody would sing some bhajan, and this is how the celebration was done. But as we grew, and as we grew big in numbers, and young people joined us. Sorry, all that. Today I've been speaking since morning with lots of wishes and all that.
Yeah, it's
So
so
the
nice
throat
of
is
you to
overwhelmed.
still take out time for this live session.
So I would cough, but you don't worry about it. So then the celebrations were different. Then people started understanding me, and I joined, and with new courses, new things, ladies more coming into the picture, and ladies know how to celebrate. They have varieties of colors, and I believed in all the colors, and so varieties of colors and flavors and all that. Me and Dr. Jaydev would represent two different groups. Doctor would represent sannyas. He's always a recluse personality, so white clad. And he would see to it that I wear some colorful thing. And I wear something around my neck, ears, and that he was insisting. And he believed that you should be representing householders yoga. And so I was representing householder yoga and householder personalities. I was like that. Internally, you are a sannyasi. Otherwise, you can't live with that sannyasi personality. So internally, you are sannyasi, but externally, you have to take joy in every little thing of life, and so on. So I was doing that, and doctor was very much clear. My role is very clear. So in the house, of course, birthday or anything, we would be cooking food. I would be cooking food. We would be eating together. All four meals we would be eating together, and little and um, institutes teachings. The less classes were there, not how now it is. Now the whole day, right from 6:30 down the lane to 8, we have classes, dharak, dhar, khach, khach. But at that time it was less. And but we had other works to do, management of institute. So I remember even at the time of my marriage, when I got married, that we got married at 4 o'clock. We had little fera in the institute. And after that, 1 hour of just sitting together, that Pandit would come and have some prayer and all that finished. And then doctor and me, we went to office. Doctor said, I'm going out to in the hall to give talk, and you take care of the office.
Are you serious? On the wedding day
Absolutely.
also, Dr. Saab
On the
went
wedding
and took
day.
classes?
And told me that you take care of the office.
Oh my God.
And I'm going there. And then he came after 1 hour. Then I went for the class, and he took care of the office. And this is how our work started. And there was no looking back that you are married. So, okay, now I left that house and came to this house. That's all. And started doing my activities. So our life was very unique, very unique. When I look back, I say, what a wonderful life it was. It was a different life, totally different. And birthdays were celebrated. Then my birthday was celebrated, Dr. Jaydev's birthday, and then we organized more. So in a full year, we had about 7 or 8 celebrations in the institute, because I personally believe that life is a celebration, and you should be celebrating. You should be enjoying every moment of your life. Problems come and go. You don't worry about it. Problems come, you should find out something somewhere we have done mistake, so the problem. और अच्छे कर्म करने का समय आ गया है. अगर प्रॉब्लम आए ना तो समझना कि अच्छे कर्म करने का समय आ गया है, तो करना शुरू करो कुछ अच्छे कर्म एंड स्टार्ट थिंकिंग कि क्या करना है. एंड आपका जॉय क्यों जाना चाहिए? व्हाई शुड यू बी अनहैप्पी? Some situations come and go. Your joy should remain, your enthusiasm should remain. So this is how I was. I remember our students, when I would enter the hall, they would look at me, what color I am wearing. Some of the girls क्या गले में पहना है, क्या कान में पहना है, क्या सेंट लगा है, उस समय में ये सब करती थी. And I was known for that. But then, of course, situations changed and so many new phases came in life. Son was born, Patanji was born, and he was quite a joy for the whole family. Grandfather was most happy with Patanjali. My Patiya, my Patanjali, and the life, his schoolings, and life goes on. And ups and downs come, situations come, but everything goes on. But celebrations were done because in the institute we were students and they had their own joy. They learned how to be joyful. So रंगोली कर रहे हैं, आप लोग सभी करते थे, क्या क्या करते थे, क्या क्या फ्लावर्स आते थे, क्या क्या डांसेस होते थे, सॉन्ग होते थे. और मेरे बर्थडे पे यही सब सेलिब्रेशन होता था. कभी कभी हम कोई स्पेशलिस्ट को बुलाते थे. समटाइम्स कार्डियक डॉक्टर्स केम, we had a psychiatric group also coming, and so on. Some intellectual interest also was there sometimes, but then more joy also.
Yeah, those events were more for Dr. Saab's birthday than yours. Yours
Dr.
were
birthday,
celebrations, yeah.
mother's, no, founder's birthday. That was like that. My birthday would be celebration. So we had made it very much clear.
Wonderful. Like I was mentioning, your 60th birthday celebration still feels like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
And I remember it was so interesting that Dr. Jaydev took the lead and he told us how he wanted the program to flow. And he wanted it to be a surprise for you. I don't know how much you were really surprised. You would have probably guessed already what all he was wanting us to do. And he told us if we could prepare a presentation. Back then, PowerPoint presentations was the in thing. So he asked us if we could prepare a presentation with 60 adjectives that describe Hansaji. And my initial reaction was, is it even possible to describe someone with 60 adjectives? And by the end of the preparation of presentation, we were like, when are we going to celebrate your 100th birthday? Because we had gone way over 60 adjectives. And we were like, now which ones to drop? So that was such an
Yes, I remember,
amazing
I
memory.
remember.
Yes, that was amazing. So you have been an inspiration to millions across the world, myself included. Please tell us something about your inspirations.
Well, in childhood, I was really, really inspired by Gandhiji, and I was highly inspired by our Bhagavad Gita. Right from childhood, singing Bhagavad Gita and spinning was my childhood routine in school.
Charkha.
स्कूल चरखा,
Wow.
चरखा काटते थे और भगवान. तो वो चाइल्डहुड हो गया, स्कूलिंग तक हो गया. देन कॉलेज लिटिल डिफरेंट, बट देन बाय दैट टाइम आई स्टार्टेड लर्निंग क्लासिकल सिंगिंग एंड सितार. So that was my very much part. I'll go to college, then come home, and then I will sit and sing. I would spend some 5 to 6 hours with classical music.
Wow. And I
Very
also
much.
have heard stories about your acting performances and sitar
That in
performances.
school.
Yeah.
That in school. Acting, dancing. I learned Kathak. I learned Bharatnatyam. I learned Manipuri. Yes, little in school we do that. And then on stage, acting. And I was good athlete also. Kabaddi, Kho, volleyball, and all those stuff. So we used to do all that.
Like
School was-
absolute, जिसको बोलते हैं ना सर्वांगीण विकास.
हाँ.
Every aspect of.
Yeah, I could. And I really believe that everybody should have that, because then only you will be able to handle ups and downs nicely. कभी लाइफ में ग्लूमी एटमॉस्फेयर होता है कोई घर का ही व्यक्ति बीमार है या something is wrong, somebody is upset in the house because something has happened. Now that atmosphere in the house is gloomy. Now if you have done all these things, कभी थोड़ा सा सिंगिंग ही करना शुरू करो, माइंड एकदम अच्छा हो जाता है. आई टेल यू, म्यूजिक इज माय सेकंड very very big support. I really get inspired with music. But your question was my inspiration. So later on I was highly inspired by founder. When I came, doctor was my life partner. I was watching him, but founder was there, a very towering, strong personality, and his thinking was so clear. His opinions were so straightforward that I was amazed the way in which he would be. If you read his books, founder's book, you will realize that here is a man who knows exactly how to go ahead in life and what he should give importance and what he should not bother at all about it. And that was the inspiration. Then as I grew, went ahead, I could see Dr. Jaydev's personality coming up, and both were there in front of me. One was founder who would not tolerate even a little nonsense. He would see just out, get out. Somebody is doing something, shouting loudly or this and that, and he would not tolerate. Opposite to it, Dr. Jaydev's personality, he can tolerate any nonsense. He doesn't tell anybody anything. And he doesn't. He's silent. He's a silent. He just puts his mind off that thing. And sometimes he would tell me to tell him to do this and that. So sometimes he would tell me, and or tell me to tell some students to do something. I'm sure we have given you certain instructions, do this, do that, but all that is Dr. Jaydev's guide, telling me to tell you all. So this is how I could see that two personalities. And I was inspired by both of them in any case. Both were representing their path. Dr. Jaydev, total surrender to higher reality, fully dedicated person who is doing his dharma in life. And that's it. And founder, ruling, handling every situation strongly. So both were there, and I was really that's
We have a question from Vimal Lathia. She's asking, how do we deal with people who are pushing and interfering into our lives? Even when we respectfully and firmly say no, they still persist.
well. You'll always find such varieties around you. Some people are pushing, but when they are pushing type, their ego is high, and we should know how to handle their ego. You know the statement, if you must have heard, stoop to conquer policy. झुक जाओ अगर जीतना है तो. If he's telling do this, do that, do it na. Abhi he is overpowering. Do it, and after you have finished, then when you can do your things, you start doing it. How we have to handle these things. And remember always that this is not a permanent lifetime problem. It is just a temporary problem. No problem is a long term problem. And that person who has that high ego, he is going to change and break down sometimes. Maybe we don't think anything about it, but अगर आप बोलते हो वो नहीं सुनता तो वो बोलते हो आप सुन लो ना वो क्या बोल रहा है. पुश पुश उसको क्यों करने को चाहिए. यू कैन foresee and do it before he tells even you. So become a little more sensitive about somebody's emotions. They can't handle life lovingly, caringly. They can handle life only by showing off. By this is their artificial way of showing their uh, weakness. Weak people shout, weak people push, not the strong one. And so uh, have patience, things will change and everything would be fine. So don't take too much to heart. Whether you listen to him or he listens to you doesn't make any difference as long as show is going on. Something is happening and you can manage them.
Wow, that's really amazing. Vimalji, I hope you've got your answers. We now have a technique related question here from Suresh P. Mohinani. So Sureshji is asking that whenever I do yoga asanas, I have pain in the soles of the feet. And also in the morning when I get up, my body is quite stiff. I have mild pain in the body, especially my shoulders. How do I get over this? Any particular exercise? And thanking you in advance.
Okay. See, when there is a pain in body, it means that part is under tension and the circulation is poor there. First of all, warmth in your body is less. Energy in your body is less. And so give warmth to your body. Your body should have a proper temperature. It should not ठंडा नहीं हो जाए. आप एसी के अंदर सो रहे हो, फैन के नीचे सो रहे हो, body gets ठंडा, cold.
Yeah. Right here, we also have a question about AC also. That is it okay to practice in AC or fan?
If the temperature of AC is at 27 degree, like outside atmosphere का temperature, साधा कभी कभी outside का ठंडा होता है 27 कर, वो टेम्परेचर रखो और वो भी अगर ठंडा लगे तो कवर कर दो, तो इसमें चल जाएगा. एसी इज समथिंग, एक तो सर्कुलेशन रूम में चालू रहता है और जितना हो सके एटमॉस्फेयर ड्राई होता है एसी के रूम का. तो जिनको सर्दी खांसी कफ वगैरह की शिकायत है, एसी वुड डू गुड बिकॉज ड्राई एटमॉस्फेयर होता है, ह्यूमिडिटी कम होती है. तो अगर एसी है तो वापरे, मगर पंखा तो आई एम नॉट इन फेवर ऑफ एट ऑल. फैन, तो फैन का क्या है, पंखा आपके बॉडी पे, अब आप लेटे हो तो फेस पे लग रहा है पंखा या सिर पे लग रहा है पंखा कंटिन्यूअसली, वो तो दैट इज गोइंग टू बॉदर दैट पॉट एरिया, साइनसेस एंड ऑल दैट. तो उसकी जगह हाथ से पंखा इज द मोस्ट आइडियल थिंग. मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ कि पंखा वो सिर पर चालू रखने की जगह you take little piece of cloth or some paper in your hand and move it and you feel really fine, and then once you are cool, sleep. So it should be like that, not 100% all the time. So this is one advice which I'll give, because basically in city like Bombay humidity is high, and so that affects your sinuses instantly. And so avoid that. Covering your head and sleeping in case if you have to. ठंडा लगता है तो बग्गी कैप ही डाल दें. You know, maintaining warmth of your body. And certain asanas, your body only guides you when it gives you pain. Your back is paining. The position in which you are sleeping is wrong. Fold your legs little bit up. Put some pillow below your knee and sleep. So back pain will not be there. तकिया शोल्डर तक तकिया लेके सो तो नेक पेन नहीं होगा. So learn to adjust your sleeping position and your pain will not be there. Your body will tell you कि ये बॉडी को सूट करता है, ये नहीं करता है. Listen to your body language and you'll be able to handle. And certain simple asanas. Sun. Our entire Yogendra family believes in sun a lot. We say that person should take 15-20 minutes of sun on their body. पीठ पे ही ले लो, कोई भी समय का सन, एनी टाइम. या मॉर्निंग सनराइज दिखते हो तो फेस पे लो, अदरवाइज बॉडी बैक पे लो. मुझे तो याद है डॉक्टर साहब 2:30 बजे 2:33 तक रूम में आते थे 15-20 मिनट के लिए, और उसके बाद सीधा टेरेस पे जाते थे ऊपर और धूप में बैठ जाते थे और किताब पढ़ते थे और लिखते थे. पीठ पे धूप लग रही है ना, दैट इज 2:30-3 बजे की दोपहर की स्ट्रॉन्ग धूप थी, मगर वो ले लेते थे क्योंकि वही टाइम मिलता था उनको, तो ही वुड टेक इट एंड दैट्स फाइन. तो ये हमने देखा है. फाउंडर एंड डॉक्टर साहब always in sun, mother once in a while in sun, but she was walking and she was in sun. So this is how we believe in sun. Body ache और pain के against में धूप में थोड़ा लेना body पे, very good. Do that. Yeah.
I'm sure everybody must be, there are also many other questions which I'll have to filter out. But meanwhile, I also wanted to ask something very relevant in the current times for everybody across the globe. This birthday for everybody this year has been under very special circumstances.
Very true. Very true.
Now, what is the way forward? Because doesn't look like this situation is leaving us soon. What do we need to be more vigilant about, and how should we adapt to this new surrounding that we are all facing?
Well, this situation which has come now, It has done so much good in many areas. In many areas. हाँ, आप बाहर नहीं जा सकते. You are tied up. Freedom is gone. You can't meet people. You can't go out and walk, and all these things are there. But whatever you can do right in your own house and with your own people around you. And where did you spend time with your own family, yaar, which you are doing now? And where did you have time to see good in your family members? Because you have always found faults in everybody around in the family. But now it's time to see good in every family member and encourage their goodness. And that would really help very much everybody and anybody. And then uh, from the house you can do quite a lot of work, learn new things. You see, learning always gives joy and happiness. So in the institute, that's why we have so many classes going on. आप भले टीचर हो गए सब लोग टीचर्स हैं, मगर कितना याद रहता है ना. हाँ, पर्सन भूल जाता है, और थोड़ा सा रिफ्रेशिंग करना बहुत जरूरी. तो मैं तो कहती हूँ 21 डे बेटर लिविंग कोर्स कर डालो, या 1 मंथ का टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग कोर्स वापस कर डालो. That will do good, because every time we teach, it is always improved teaching and not the same with improved expressions, improved certain gadgets to teach. So it is going to do good. Nothing is going. And so do all that, and that would make things much better. But certain, you know, we have to take care of our body. We have to be individually, personally responsible for our own self. एंड यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए कि सवेरे उठते से ही एक गिलास गर्म पानी पीना ही है. प्लेन पानी. पानी इज पानी. डोंट पुट एनीथिंग इन वाटर. First water which goes into your body is plain 1 glass of warm water. And then after 15-20 minutes, you can have a glass of water with nimbu inside, and with black pepper and taj, cinnamon and whatever you want to have. But so that is second glass. First glass has to be plain warm water. Similarly, at night also, before going to bed, you must have a plain glass of warm water. Certain researches have been done where they have proven that a glass of warm water at night, when you drink, you will prevent the heart attacks which come at night in people. 2 बजे 3 बजे heart attack आ जाता है. That could be prevented. Asthma attack आ जाता है. That could be prevented. Water is tremendous good. Water is water. It removes your toxins from the system. Water का काम ही है धोना, मगर प्लेन पानी, not anything put inside. और दूध पीना हो पियो, मगर सोने के पहले ग्लास भर के गर्म पानी पी के सो. तो ये एक रूल सबको फॉलो करना है. और दिन भर पानी जब भी पिए, गर्म पानी ही पिए. दैट वुड बी डेफिनेटली वेरी गुड देन अदरवाइज. और दूसरा है ये करना, स्टीम इनहेलेशन वुड रियली वर्क वंडर्स, आई टेल यू. इससे सब कुछ ठीक रहता है. स्किन विथ तो क्लीन और अच्छी रहती है, लेकिन नेसल पैसेज ड्राई और अच्छा हो जाता है. तो बॉइल्ड वाटर और स्टीमर आजकल तो मिलता है, बॉइल्ड वाटर कवर कर दो जरा, और जरा दूर रह के थोड़ा स्टीम इनहेल करते रहो. उस स्टीम को फुल्ली इनहेल करना, फूंक मारना, इनहेल करना, मुंह से फूंक मारना, बहुत अच्छा रहता है. और मुंह खोलकर स्टीम को गले पे लेना. ये थोड़ा 5-7 मिनट करो, बहुत अच्छा रहता है. यू रियली एंजॉय. देन थर्ड इज जलनेती. वंस इन अ डे कर डालो, अच्छा ही है ना. अभी क्या बुरा है. थोड़ा सॉल्ट वाटर ले लिया नाक में, या गार्गल कर लिया, मुंह में नमक का पानी भर लो, गुरारे करो, और मुंह बंद करके यूं नीचे गर्दन करोगे तो नाक से पानी आ जाएगा. कोशिश करो, अभी ये घर पे हो ना, प्रैक्टिस करो. यू विल बी एबल टू डू दिस जल्दी. इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. तो वो करो. थोड़ा सा कपाल भाती कर डालो, थोड़ा सा भस्त्रिका कर डालो. सब अच्छी चीजें हैं. तो ये अलग अलग ढंग से घर में अपना ध्यान देना ये जरूरी है. तो ये करना ही है. और घर में चलते फिरते रहो, एक जगह मत बैठे रहो, बिकॉज बॉडी नीड्स चरई वेती वेद मंत्र. चलते चलो, रुको मत. ये मैसेज.
I've lost the name, but somebody is asking about hypothyroid. and what can be done. And that reminds me of many other questions that we nowadays everybody, the new buzzword is immunity. If you switch on the television, every advertisement is about strengthen your immunity. My product strengthens your immunity. So, I mean, we've been hearing about immunity building and strengthening from you for ever since we've been coming here. Something, some pointers on some healthy food habits that could help us with all these things, and
Yes.
generally hormone related things. Thyroid is just one, but like we hear young girls nowadays with all kinds of PCOD related
I know,
problems, or
very true.
prostrate with men, or even diabetes, all these thyroid hormone related problems.
So, thyroid is one, many others, as rightly you say. How would our body function better or perfectly is by flowing with nature, routines. Our routines have to be healthy always. Before sunrise, you should be up from your bed, and after sunset, you should quieten yourself down. Stop all these electronic things, watching uh, at least 1 hour before you sleep, or 3 hours before you sleep. You should finish your last meal and sleep by latest by 10:30. खींच तान करके कभी 11, मगर आइडियल इज 10 o'clock. तो थोड़ा जल्दी सो गए, तो अगर ये रूटीन फॉलो किया जाए तो यूं ही इम्यूनिटी हाई रहेगी, क्योंकि रात को व्हेन यू स्लीप, मेक योर रूम डार्क. So many hormones they come secret at night, and they really bring balance into your body. Unwanted things are thrown out, wanted things are kept. So repair work is taking place, rejuvenation takes place, all that takes place at night. And now we are not giving importance to sleep, and that is creating the whole problem. Night life has increased and people don't give importance. So that brings deep. By eating some products, immunity doesn't go high. By having a proper routine, flowing with nature, immunity is always high. And so this, and discipline in food, that is very important. In today's scenario, your morning breakfast must have some nuts. Nuts are the must. जैसे बादाम ले लिए, काजू ले लिए, पिस्ता ले लिए, अगर वो हो. Ideal is groundnut,
What about
legume,
what about
boil and
amla?
cook
Nowadays,
and
everybody is talking about
आंवला.
amla.
आंवला भी फ्रेश आंवला मिल रहा है, क्यों नहीं उसके जरा सा टुकड़े कर लो यार, थोड़ा एक खाने के साथ थोड़ा नमक, काली मिर्ची अगर लगा भी दे, काली मिर्ची की भी जरूरत नहीं, और वो चबा लो, रोटी के साथ में ही खा लो. आंवला हैज टू गो इनटू योर बॉडी विथ लेमन, नींबू का भी उपयोग करो. तो ये सब चीजें तो बहुत कुछ सुन रहे हैं लोग. व्हाट आई वांट टू एम्फसाइज इज टाइमली ईटिंग फूड एंड ईटिंग लेस. थोड़ा खाओ, जितना भी खाते हो ना उससे थोड़ा कम खाओ, एंड यू विल सी द डिफरेंस इन योर बॉडी. आप रोज 2 रोटी खाते हो, अब 1 रोटी खाना शुरू करो, और छाछ ज्यादा पी लो लंच में, या दो शाम के नाश्ते में ग्लास भर के नींबू पानी पी लो, और थोड़ा सा कुछ एक मुट्ठी भर के चना खा लिया, या चना कुरमुरा खा लिया, या ऐसा कुछ नाश्ते में हो, क्रंची मंची पॉप्ड कॉर्न्स हो गए, और ऐसी कोई चीज हो जो अच्छी भी लगती है खाने में, और थोड़ा, और डिनर में बने वहां तक खिचड़ी खाओ, और वो सूप वूप ले लो. ऐसे सब मेन्यू फिक्स कर दिए हो, और ब्रेकफास्ट में नट्स हो गए, और बीच में फ्रेश फ्रूट्स हो गए. इतनी लाइफ ऑर्गेनाइज हो जाती है. हमारी लाइफ तो इसी तरह ऑर्गेनाइज्ड है. और कभी कभी चाहिए तो वेजिटेबल जूस बना लो, जैसे बीट रूट है, ककड़ी है, गाजर है, उनको जरा मिक्सर में डाल के और गुर्री कर दो, और वो पी लो ग्लास भर के. सपोज टू बी वेरी वेरी हेल्दी. तो इस तरह कुछ कर लेना ज्यादा अच्छा है. टाइम से खाओ, थोड़ा खाओ, जल्दी सो, टाइम पे उठो, इम्यूनिटी परफेक्ट रहेगी. और कोई काम ऐसा मत करो जो अचानक कर रहे हो. आज अचानक मूड आ गया तो आपने खूब चल लिए, और कल घर में बैठे हैं फिर आराम से. डोंट allow your body to get into a fatigue state. When you are in a fatigue state, then the problems come. You should always be active, healthy, agile, and fresh all the time. तो ये होना चाहिए. तो ऐसी एक्टिविटी करो जिसमें आप हाफ रहे हो मगर वो सेटल हो जाए, वो थकान नहीं चालू रहेगी, वो ध्यान देना है. तो दैट्स इट, एवरीथिंग वुड बी फाइन.
Wonderful. We have a message from Parul R. Desai, who says that my dad, who is going to enter his 100th year, has sent his blessings and remembrance to
How
you.
sweet.
She's
Give
saying
my
pranam to you.
really respect to him, and I bow at his feet. Very fine. And he should be very much, people should be around him to understand how he has lived his life. And yeah, year is one thing, and remaining healthy and doing something. I'm sure he must be quite self sufficient man. Self reliance, that is the key to health.
Thank you so much. We have a question from Madhvi Rupani, which I think is it's going to be a crux of all your Parisamvad talks. How to remain happy if someone keeps on taking out mistakes in everything you do.
That is someone's job. He is really busy taking out mistakes. And then let him do यार, उसने mistake निकाली तो उसको thank you बोलना. अरे यार, you are so clever, I didn't know that, thank you very much. You should enjoy such varieties around, understand, and let them take out mistake. You uplift yourself. उद्धरेत आत्मनात्मनो, अपने आप को ऊपर उठाओ. आप क्यों अपने आप को नीचे गिरा रहे हो? यू शुड रिस्पेक्ट योर सेल्फ, यू शुड अपलिफ्ट योर सेल्फ. भगवत गीता में तो स्ट्रांगली बात कही है कि भाई, आप ही अपने दुश्मन हो और आप ही अपने दोस्त हो. दूसरों को करने दो ना क्रिटिसिज्म, वो अपना काम कर रहे हैं, आप अपना काम करो. सो डोंट अलाउ योर सेल्फ टू गेट डिस्टर्ब्ड एंड एंजॉय देम. अब रादर एक दिन अगर मिस्टेक नहीं निकाली तो फील होना चाहिए कि बेचारा बीमार लगता है. आज वो थक गया लगता है, मिस्टेक नहीं निकाली, वाह.
Okay. Now, although Shashank is joking, sorry, that he has an important question to ask, when will satsangs resume? But that brings a very important question to the forefront. Is a lot is happening online nowadays, and
But
all the time.
satsangs we can't
Yeah, yeah,
do.
of course, of course. No,
Certain
no.
things we can't do
No, no, of course,
online.
of course. No, no, no. My
Yeah.
question was slightly different. A lot is happening online, whether it is children's studies or work from home or entertainment, everything is online. And therefore, people are getting really fatigued with the screen time. Uh, Anything, how teachers
See,
and students can manage this?
well, I have been talking to certain principals of different school, and I have been telling that continuously looking at that screen is definitely tiring for children. So every half an hour, because children have lots of energy. So every half an hour, if a child is told for 10 minutes to go and drink little water or put something in mouth, not half an hour every time, but I'm giving you this example, anything out of it. Go at the window and see something which is very far, bend back, bend forward, jump a bit, do some somersault and come back. All this we'll have to make children to do. And teachers have to see half an hour, depending upon the age group. If they are very small, then half an hour. If they are little grown up, that every 1 hour. But they have to be off. Close eyes and make eyes tight, do little further object, and that's why they should go to window and see some object which is very far from you. A bird flying very high, or a mountain could be seen, or a tree or a bird, clouds. So looking there, little bit murmuring, singing, bending forward, jumping, and all that, and coming back. So physically activeness is very important. Otherwise, dull mind, eyes open, and screen, it really affects. It really affects your optic nerves and affects your brain, and it's not healthy. So teaching that could be given online. We have started teaching. All our teachers training classes are online. But we do asanas. We make them to do asanas or certain sessions of pranaya and talks. And it's a gel of all that. But playing on computer should be totally avoided. Studying on that is fine. Games playing on that, totally avoid. Rather physically be active. Take a ball and throw ball here and there with your family and find out how to go. But some lung exercises, jumping and blowing the air in the balloon and playing with balloon for some time. So all such things could be done as a game, physical active game, not on screen. So that little discrimination is required. And this discipline, switch off everything 3 hours before you um, eat your dinner 3 hours before, and at least 1 hour before. All this, your mobile and everything should be off. Don't use too much of your mobile. Now you are doing studies on the screen. Now again, mobile and chatting with friends and all that. Totally avoid all that. So you'll have to use your time in a
I
discreet
know
way.
of people who cannot fall asleep till they keep watching something on their phone, so much so that eventually the mobile falls on their face. And yeah, so it's become kind of a big, huge addiction. And children uh, are so. The joke is circulating that all the time they were saying, "Don't bring mobile to school." Now school has come into the mobile. So now we can't even. That's what Madhvi Rupani is again asking: how to deal with arguing children who are arguing all the time.
Well, children are arguing, inquisitive. So a person who is arguing, uh, you should know how to manage them. We can always have a time restricted. Whatever, when teacher are teaching, no child is going to speak. After teacher finishes teaching, then child can think and then ask if it is required. Arguing scope is not there. First, what teacher is teaching, listen and learn, and then ponder upon it. And then, if you are genuinely having some question, then ask. Otherwise, every clever man can always find answer himself. You don't have to ask. And arguing is out of place. Arguing means what? You are not open to learn only or do anything only creating a nuisance. So don't do that.
Sorry,
Some
I think
discipline.
she's not talking in context of students. I think she's talking about children, as in mother-child kind of
Then
dealing.
it depends upon what age the child is. If child is above 12, mothers should stop telling them don't do this and don't do that and all that. Rather, what they want, mothers should do. Elders should listen to children who are in teens because they can think new things, and elders should join them. They should be like their friends. No more telling them this is wrong and that is right and all that. Our life would be beautiful if elders can be a good friend to their children and forget about their opinions, their time. Don't compare it at all. And every child is so different that parents have to be really creative in management with them. And whatever argument he's doing, you should coolly answer or say straight away that I don't know. Don't know. That's right. So find out from your this teacher or that teacher. They can say that.
Or Google.
Yeah, or Google, yes.
Nowadays, that's the biggest
That's
teacher.
Google
But
teacher.
yeah,
Yeah.
but jokes apart, I've been, in fact, I've been quoting you off late so much with all my Facebook posts because during my online classes, I'm observing that there's so many people who are regularly doing their asan class, online asan class, and the children in their homes have started coming and joining.
Exactly
So that's when I quote you always that children will not do what you tell them to do. They will
what
do
you are
what you are
doing.
doing.
Exactly.
I always keep quoting you
Exactly.
on that.
Exactly.
Yes.
अभी छोटे छोटे भी बच्चे हैं 3 साल के 4 साल के whatever you are doing take them along with you आटा गूंथ let him also let him mess up but child would see how to go about you cutting vegetable give him also some to break and cut children they want activities they want to do what you are doing and you should allow them to do all that can't say that go in your room don't bother me let me cook now this is wrong whole family should be together in today's world. So still more because you are together. You should work together, should eat together, play together. Everything should be done, and that would be wonderful.
Absolutely great. So, thank you so much for taking out so much time for us and answering all these questions that people have been posting. One final thing, you know how greedy I am. Something you would like to share about your experience of all this online interaction and people trying to reach you online. And I'm myself
Yeah.
meeting you. I stepped into the institutes exactly after 7 months. I was calculating as I was entering the gate that 8th of March was the last I came for my stress management camp.
Okay,
And
right.
then today is 8th October, so 7 months exactly. So during this period, there are many of us who've been trying to meet you. I know, for example, Jack, who's feeling so stuck back in Canada that he every year he's here for your birthday.
Yes,
By October
yes.
he's in India and
Always,
meets you here
always.
and then goes. So there are a lot of people desperately trying to reach you. Yes, thanks to technology that we can see you
Yes,
virtually at least, but
yes.
some message that you would like to give us before we wrap up the session.
Well, understand that a person who is an illiterate person, we call somebody who is ignorant or illiterate, not that person who doesn't know how to read and write. No, but a person who is not willing to change is an illiterate person. A person who is not willing to adapt to new situations is an illiterate person. He may be having a PhD, but is of no use. New situation. Now, this entire world right now is going ahead with a new situation. I was myself telling myself that I'm totally illiterate when it comes to this screen. I know nothing about this screen, but then I have started, and you take interest, and everything has its own plus points also, and you can really go ahead with all that. So now let us be very, very clear that no situation you can call as a bad situation or a trying situation or a difficult situation. Nothing is difficult, my dear. Once we know how to uh, bring our enthusiasm, our positivity, things are going to be good. I don't know. I ask you people that come on, ये सो कैसे line को line करना, ये करना, how to connect with people, ये Zoom को कैसे चालू करें. People do it, and people are there around me. I am very lucky to have all you wise people being around me. But um, your positivity, your joy, your enthusiasm. That is what ultimately is required, and always ready to adapt. Now, very comfortably, today I give you a joke. Now, here we are supposed to sit and talk, but then what happens? Our artists, they say, Ansaji, you'll have to sit here, look here. This sari, no, you'll have to remove this, wear another one. I don't argue. I said, fine, I'll do it. Otherwise, it is they can't function themselves and I can't. So this little enjoying every situation, every moment. I tell them very often that sabere se hi bol do na kaun si साड़ी पहननी है मैं पहन लूंगी. But no, that time they are not so clear. फिर देखते हैं. तो ये लाइफ ऐसी ही है. लाइफ में नथिंग इज सो आइडियल. और यू से कि हर चीज को खट खट ऑर्गेनाइज ढंग से करो. अरे हु आर वी टू रन द लाइफ. लाइफ इज इन somebody else's hand. God is running the whole show, and ये जो भी कुछ हो रहा है ना आखे वर्ल्ड में, this entire scenario, Divya, whole world is getting affected by it, and this is very, very beautiful. I would say lovely. हम सब सीधे हो गए. We have learned to live with minimum. We have learned to adjust to anything. We have learned to to see that how to deal with money. फालतू खर्चा नहीं, unnecessarily going out here and there नहीं. थोड़ा समझ में आने लगा है मनी की वैल्यू, मनी का रिस्पेक्ट. ह्यूमंस के साथ में डील करना आ गया है अब थोड़ा ज्यादा. परिवार में पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड मैनेजिंग विद ईच अदर इन फैमिली एंड अदर. अरे इतनी अच्छी अच्छी चीजें हो रही और नया नया सीखने मिल रहा है ऑनलाइन पे. मैं ऑनलाइन पे जब क्लास लेती हूँ ना दिव्या, आई रियली एंजॉय. क्योंकि यहाँ क्या होता था, मैं हॉल में बैठती थी और स्टूडेंट सब वहां बैठे हैं. अब 200 स्टूडेंट हॉल में हैं, तो सुनते हैं मगर इधर उधर भी ध्यान जाता है. इसको जरा छेड़, उसको कर, देखो उसने ये क्या किया है, वो मोबाइल पे एक दूसरे को जोक भेज रहे हैं, ये सब चलता था. वो अ, पढ़ाई के साथ में ये सारी चीजें भी चलती रहती थी. हाँ
Near the hall
हाँ,
would distract them.
वो
They'll all
किसने
start
कौन
looking.
आया, कौन गया,
Yeah.
तो ये सब होता
Yeah.
था. कौआ आया तो ये सब कुछ डिस्टर्ब हो रहा था. नाउ यू आर इन योर हाउस. आई एम हियर सिटिंग. आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू पर्सनली, वन टू वन बेस. क्या सिंसियरिटी. आई टेल यू, अभी स्टूडेंट्स इतने सिंसियर मिल रहे हैं मुझे कि इतनी अच्छी तरह समझते हैं फिलॉसफी को और सबको और अपने जीवन में उतारना है कि आई कैन सी सो मच गुड इज कमिंग आउट ऑफ इट. तो आई am really enjoying this situation also, and I think so everybody should enjoy and take care of yourself. Your responsibility, your duty towards yourself has to be remembered always. And ये भी बदलेगा, कुछ नया सिचुएशन आएगा, चलता रहेगा, जिंदगी तो ब्यूटीफुल है, चलने दो.
Absolutely. So I'll just take one last look at the questions. And meanwhile, one quick thing that I'd like to know about the Institute's plans, even when things get back to the old normal. Are we going to continue with online learning also? Because this is without traveling, so many more people can reach.
बहुत बहुत.
Yeah.
तो ये तो मेरा थिंकिंग है ही
जी.
कि ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग तो चलती ही रहेगी. रादर वी आर गोइंग टू मेक अ डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म. हम तो
हाँ.
उसकी व्यवस्था कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
एंड दैट डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म मीन्स व्हाट. अभी न्यूयॉर्क में कोई आदमी है, अभी वो लोग हमारा कोर्स ज्वाइन करते हैं,
हाँ.
तो बेचारों को किसी को 2 बजे रात को उठना पड़ता है
हाँ.
कोर्स ज्वाइन करने के लिए,
हाँ.
क्योंकि उनका टाइम जोन ही
हाँ.
अलग है.
हाँ.
अभी उनको हम कैसे फैसिलिटी दें? दे कांट
जी.
फील कंफर्टेबल.
जी.
So now with this digital platform, what will happen is we will have everything online, but they can switch in
हाँ.
or they can log in according to their
Their
time,
convenience. Yeah.
their convenience. तो हर
हाँ.
पर्सनल लर्निंग शुरू हो जाएगा. उनकी कन्वीनियंस से वो लोग 3 मंथ टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग कोर्स कर डालेंगे, 7 मंथ कर डालेंगे, या 1 ईयर कर डालेंगे, या सब कुछ कर. दुनिया भर से अभी रशियन गर्ल है मेरे पास, कहाँ कहाँ से सब स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं इंस्टीट्यूट में, मगर टाइम जोन इज डिफरेंट. तो वी आर रादर गोइंग टू हैव everything online. Plus, once the institute opens, nothing like institute and coming here and learning. Both facilities would be there, no doubt about it.
Definitely. Can we just have last 2 minutes, and being a foodie that I am myself, can we quickly share at least the names of things that are coming in for the birthday celebration this evening?
क्या हो रहा है?
या क्या हो रहा है आज, क्या प्लान है फॉर बर्थडे स्पेशल?
आज सवेरे से क्या सेलिब्रेशन चल रहा है? एक तो इट वाज सो गुड, रादर इट्स सच अ डिफरेंट सेलिब्रेशन बिकॉज अ फिल्म वाज मेड ऑन मी.
हाँ.
एंड दैट फिल्म जो बना के उन्होंने प्रेजेंट की मुझे, यहाँ आने नहीं देते थे, बोलते थे हंसाजी भी सीक्रेट है, आप एंटर नहीं करोगे स्टूडियो में. तो मेरा सब नीचे खुले में कर रहे थे, स्टूडियो में नहीं कर रहे थे, कि स्टूडियो में उनकी फिल्म बन रही थी. आई सॉ दैट, इट वाज, आई डिडंट नो, इट वाज रियली गुड. देखना तुम लोग, मैं भी ध्यान से वापस देखूंगी. तो वो था. फिर हमारे बच्चों ने इतना अच्छा डांस किया. एक टीना ने, लड़की ने, वो गाने पे कि तुझ में रब दिखता है माँ, मैं क्या करूं, और वगैरह. और किसी ने दूसरे गाने गाए. मेरे को जो पसंद है सब ओल्ड फिल्मी सॉन्ग्स और क्लासिकल, वो थोड़े गाए सबने मिलके. और क्या डेकोरेशन किया इंस्टीट्यूट में. यू गो एंड विजिट. हमारी जो रशियन गर्ल है, क्या नाम है उसका, बहुत ही अच्छा नाम है, एनास्थेशिया. उसका नाम है एनास्थेशिया, हम उसे एना कहते हैं. उसने ना पेपर से इतना सुंदर हंस बनाया. हाँ, 2 बड़े-बड़े हंस बनाए, और उसके हंस के बॉडी में, पेट में सब फूल वूल कलरफुल भरे. इट लुकिंग सो क्यूट. इतने क्रिएटिव. अच्छी अच्छी रंगोलीज करी, फूलों की भी सब वो किया, रंगोली की, दिए विए जलाए. मैं आई तब फूल फेंके मेरे पे. It was so special, so special. It was very good. It was a new creative. We had about 65 people here in the institute. Those who are staying here, and very much there. So वो लोग थे. हॉल के अंदर हमने ये प्रोग्राम किया. इट वॉज वेरी गुड. सवेरे से लोगों का कांटेक्ट तो है ही, वो हो ही रहा है. हमारे दुबई का ग्रुप, उन्होंने भी प्रेजेंटेशन किया. हमारा अन्नम ब्रह्म, जो हम सब सवेरे सबको फूड देते हैं, वो टीम भी आई थी, उन्होंने एक प्रेजेंटेशन किया. इट वॉज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड आई रियली एंजॉयड एवरीथिंग. और तो फूड जो बनाया है हमारे महाराज ने, इट वॉज ऑल्सो वेरी स्पेशल. गुलाब जामुन बने हैं, केक्स कितने सारे 3-4 लोग घर से बना बना के लाए थे हमारे लोग. और और बहुत सारी चीज़ें थी, मुझे तो याद भी नहीं है, वो थोड़ा-थोड़ा सब खा के पेट अभी तक भरा हुआ है। मगर हाँ, it was beautiful. I really am thankful for that love which everybody is pouring on me. And I can see that they are appreciating because they can appreciate yoga. They are appreciating me because they can see how yoga has made difference into their life.
You also, you have made such a huge impact in our lives that we can, I mean, there is no substitute. We can only feel so much gratitude and affection for you. We are so grateful to God for your presence in our lives. I'm sure each one of us is wanting to say this, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to be speaking on behalf of everyone. That we are so touched by your presence, your love, your warmth, your guidance in
और
our
मुझे
lives.
दिव्या हमेशा लगता है कि मैं सबकी माँ हूँ।
हाँ
मेरे अंदर
बिल्कुल.
वो माँ फीलिंग बहुत स्ट्रांग है और कोई भी बच्चा आता है, कोई भी एज का हो, बट दैट आई फील दैट उसका दर्द मैं ले लूँ, उसको बता दूँ ऐसे मत जियो, ऐसे जियो और वो जल्दी अच्छा हो जाए, हेल्दी हो जाए, हैप्पी रहे। ये फीलिंग हमेशा से, मैं कुछ भी, मेरी लाइफ उसी के लिए है, सबकी खुशी,
Absolutely.
सबका जॉय, सबका प्यार, वो बस बाँटते चलो।
Absolutely. We've seen that simplicity in you. Yeah, that
Mhm.
concern for every single person that you meet. Even if you've not met them, even if you just hear about them. I mean, if I come and tell you about somebody you've never even met, you still have so much concern for them, so much
या
affection, so
अगर वो
much.
दुखी है तो कुछ तो करना ही है।
Absolutely,
या
absolutely. So, on this note, I am once again grateful for your time. And on behalf of each one of us who's joining us live and all those who are going to be seeing this later in various time zones, uh, I am. I hope I've been able to convey your wishes to our one and only Ma Hansaji, and I'm very happy that her blessings have reached all of us through this live session. Thank you so much. And Namaste. Pranam.